Yes, Team Cyprian, welcome again to my channel. I'm accompanied with Mokua or Morara Jr. I think you love that name a lot. Yeah. So guys, today we just want to discuss about our president. We saw him yesterday, he traveled to China to take a loan of 40 billion. Yeah. Do you know what's 40 billion, Mokua?
Just imagine.
A loan of
40 billion.
And before he was telling us, like,
there's no loans.
If there is somebody who has made the Kenyans to be poor, it's Uhuru Kenyatta. Because he has taken a lot of loans from China. Now, what happened?
Now, let me just tell you a very simple thing. That is the hypocrisy that we're talking about in government. When we say that we want someone like Morara to be the president of this country, where we want a scenario where someone speaks, thinks, and does the same things. Yani chenye mtu anazungumza, chenye anafikiria na chenye anasema, whatever is in his heart, his mind, and whatever he acts upon, it's the same. So that we can trust our leaders. I get this. The shortage we have right now are the leaders of that quality, that caliber, where we have trustworthy leaders in this country. Borrowing is not the option right now we have in this country. It's not the way to make this country better. Look at this. We have always said, let me even quote him bad himself when he was in the opposition now. He used to say very well that the best thing that we need in this country is to create an environment for business to thrive. The government will have more people who are working and they'll be able to get more revenue from the people. But right now, the government has made working environment so bad that so few businesses can thrive. So the people they have to tax are very few. And these people they have very few to tax, they'll tax them too much to an extent that they even deprive of some of the resources that they can't even support themselves well. I get this. So expanding the base is the option that we need. I don't know how much it takes William Ruto to sit down with these so-called advisors and decide to even lower the cost of electricity, the cost of fuel, and at least allow people to start businesses in the country, and for him to at least generate income in the form of taxes. But now he has opted for loans, and loans. And that's why we are saying strongly that we must have a change in 2027.
We must
have a change.
No shortcuts.
No shortcut. If Kenyans make the same mistake that they did in 2013, 2017, now 2022, you're going to cry forever.
You know, Mokua, what makes me shed tears, it's when I remember how President Ruto used to say when he was launching some projects, I'm going to hand you 100 million, I'm going to give you 200 million, I'm going to give you 500 million. In my mind, I thought maybe he has money already. But when I saw yesterday, he traveled accompanied with Raila Amolo Odinga to take a loan of 40 billion. I got so mad.
When you mentioned Raila Amolo Odinga and this era right now, I feel disappointed. Raila Amolo Odinga is a statesman we knew before. The climax of Raila Amolo Odinga was in 2007. When we saw Raila Amolo Odinga who was championing for better Kenya, for a better Kenya. Yes, he has been doing demonstrations and championing for all these other things he has been saying. But based on what I saw during the handshakes that he has been having, he has been so egocentric, selfish on himself alone. Let me give you a very simple chronology of events of Raila Amolo Odinga. The ones that I voted first in 2017. Raila Amolo Odinga campaigned against Uhuru Kenyatta and William Ruto. He had very clear ideologies on what he wanted in this country. One of the things that was hurting us, the stealing of votes, that he told us as Kenyans, votes had done what? Had been stolen. He talked of the cost of living, he talked of loans. To be specific, he talked of the too much borrowing by the government, and the Eurobond that was always mentioned by him on press conferences. He talked of scandals like now that one of the NYS. Was his work just to say? Was his work to back, and then whenever he's given food, he keeps quiet? When Raila was given now a chance with Uhuru Kenyatta through a handshake to fix this country, to fix the mess of IBC, to fix the mess of corruption, to fix the mess of borrowing, Raila started dancing to the tune of Uhuru Kenyatta. When it comes to the issue of corruption, immediately after the handshake, there was no corruption scandal with Uhuru Kenyatta at all. Uhuru Kenyatta became
everything disappeared.
Uhuru Kenyatta became a very clean man. There's no scandal Raila Amolo Odinga brought out in public. During that time, on the cost of living, Unga went almost to 252 kg shillings, 2 kg of maize flour, almost 250 shillings. Yet Raila Amolo Odinga, who was representing the people, he went to government with the ideology that is going to reduce the cost of what? Cost of living. I get this. But instead, we had Kenyans still suffering and crying. By that time, what was he doing? Campaigning for BBI. pumped money to move across the country, tell people how BBI is good. Instead of even putting that money to go and channel fast to the benefit of the people of Kenya. That's how he didn't win 2022. Because people associated him on what bad was happening during Uhuru Kenyatta's time. So the handshake between him and Uhuru Kenyatta did not help these Kenyans. It did not help us because it did not represent the ideologies of the 6.9 million people who voted for him. Leaving alone, as if that was not enough, we went to 2022 with William Ruto. Campaign, telling us how William Ruto is. His people is calling William Ruto Mizi. Okay? They campaigned somehow from nowhere. Obasanjo, the former president of Nigeria, whose problems in Nigeria are no longer there, Nigeria, what wako heaven, came to Kenya to solve the Kenyan problems. He sat with Raila Amolo Odinga and William Ruto, and they decided now Raila Amolo Odinga will be given a job of AU, and is going to be supported by Olusegun Obasanjo, so that at least he clinches the seat. The moment Raila was given a B, just like he was given in BBI, he forgot Kenyans. He forgot Kenyans. That is how the Gen Zs and millennials were saying, these taxes you are borrowing, you are imposing on us are too much. First of all, let us see the taxes that you've collected, what they have done. It resulted to people going to the streets led by the Gen Zs and millennials.
Yes.
When they went to the streets, they were doing what Raila used to do before. They knew now Raila is done. He's going for his interests, becoming the AU chairman, AU Commission chairman, and ensuring he's okay, he's protected, and he's having the power that he needs. Kenyans went to the streets to fight for themselves. They campaigned against Finance Bill 2024, and we had Kenyans shot by snipers in the buildings of parliament. Okay? Shot in the head, a youth, a young man, with a flag, water, and a phone.
Even kids died.
Even kids died.
Yes.
8 rubber bullets on the back, 12, 8, 10 kids shot. Why? They were rejecting the Finance Bill 2024. From nowhere, we realize now Raila, okay, is joining government, is having hands with William Ruto. They are now telling us about dialogue. The same thing has been doing before. They forced their way in. They have the members of parliament supported by William Ruto, nominated and appointed to become cabinet secretaries, and telling Kenyans that now William Ruto asked him for people to serve the government, isn't it?
Yeah.
This government was not shortage of a cabinet secretary for treasury. It was not shortage of the cabinet secretary for lands and mining. It was not a shortage. It didn't have a shortage of cabinet secretary for electricity and energy. Let me call it the energy docket now. It lacked people of integrity and a president of willingness to serve the people of Kenya. I could have felt very well if Raila Amolo Odinga could have told Ruto, first of all, withdraw the police from killing people. Let's have those who have been killed be compensated immediately, not they will. He keeps on telling us they'll be compensated. Where are they? Have they been compensated? No. It was just to sit down and say what you need to do, what the Gen Zs have said, let it be done. There's nowhere in the conditions of the Gen Zs where they said, we want Raila's 4 Raila men to join government. No. And those are the same people who are abusing him. Show me right now what Mbadi has done in his people, for his people in Bita, that can make him a super CS. Nothing. Bita, we saw a certain post by Morara. There are no roads there, there's nothing. Yeah, in fact, there's a bridge somewhere I saw and I was so mad. There's nothing. Show me something right now, Pio Wanda has done in Ugunja. You can see Pio Wanda's time, everything was good. We had MPs who have done from that region and they have been saved, like Taried MP, like also the MP like Raphael Tuju, people who are known to have developed their regions. But Pio Wanda, there's nothing completely has done from his background. So there's no one who can tell me that it's an issue of competence. In short, Raila came to Ruto's government for the sake of to have a peaceful country, for him to progress to AU. Are you getting this? He wants to join the AU, get support from the government. Self-interest. Yet we know we need to benefit from the AU because there's no single road that was constructed in Kenya as a result of Raila being in the AU as a special envoy for infrastructure. There's nothing he did good in the 4 years I think he was in power. There's nothing significant we received as Kenya. As he joins this seat of AU, still there's nothing if he joins. But do you think he will win? Because we have seen the competitors ahead of him. In fact, the competitors are like 29 countries supporting him. And in, with Raila, he has like 18 countries. As we speak right now, yes. I can't confirm the exact country that will support him. But let me tell you this. If you bring me Raila and that gentleman of Djibouti, I'll choose the gentleman of Djibouti. Why? First of all, let's take the contemporary way of taking things, the ordinary way. Right now, if you brought an old guy and a youthful person, who will you choose?
Youth.
That guy is younger than Raila by far. We need someone energetic, able to speak and articulate the issues of this continent, okay, the way it's supposed to happen. But now, you are bringing Raila and him. I wish they could have given him Mudavadi to go for that seat. I wish they could have given someone else who at least looks like, this AU seat is simply a reward to Raila Amolo Odinga to keep quiet from the streets and to allow Ruto, support Ruto for 2027 and for him to work in this country, which is not working.
Now, why do you think he accompanied the president so that they will be given that 40 billion?
Before I come to this accompaniment, let me just talk about the issue, just talk about why I feel Raila may not win.
Okay.
Second of all, Raila, he has never talked of having interest of going for the AU seat before. It just came abruptly after demonstrations of 2022. After the others meeting with Olusegun Obasanjo. He was very clear himself. He said that Africa needs me. He has been called to join the AU by Africans. People have requested him to vote for the seat. So therefore, he accepts.
He accepted.
No. Africa did not call him. It was a deal they had. Africa, it's a serious thing. We don't need deals for him to win the seat. We want a genuine leader who wants to come out. There's a vacant seat. Let me vie for it. I get this.
Yes.
Raila knew a long time ago that we had this seat being vacant in April, in February next year. He was very sure that seat would be there, but he never talked about it anywhere else. I get this. He's simply looking for a way to retire. Also, to add on that, apart from the age, I also feel the Djibouti guy is more responsible than Raila Amolo Odinga when it comes to the issues to do with being a statesman. I've not heard of a deal in Djibouti. I've not heard of a deal of people sitting down and deciding, now you go for this seat, you give me that. We don't want people to be elected on that basis. Let the credentials speak. And so after that meeting, it's when Raila Amolo Odinga wanted to Germany to look for his papers and such kind of a thing. We don't want such kind of a scenario. Now, coming to this issue of accompanying William Ruto to China, I'm sure he wanted to meet the African presidents who were there. I'm sure he's going to sway those people who are pro-East to support him. William Ruto has been pro-West, so they are trying to sway the influence of the East presidents, pro-East presidents. But I'm telling you this, the decision for the AU seat was made long time ago.
Was made a long time
ago. It was done. These presidents are not stupid. They were there when demonstrations were in Kenya. They know what Kenyans are complaining about. They know what Raila has been in this country. They know there have been handshakes before. Probably they could have taken someone else, but not Raila.
So now, let's wind up by saying a word about the 40 billion.
The 40 billion shillings?
Yes.
Borrowing money right now in this country, it is the most serious problem we have. The more money it comes, we don't see what it does. I get in this. There's no miracle that is going to happen right now as far as borrowing is concerned. There's no accountability. How I wish they could have fixed the problems we have in Kenya first. We started by saying, expanding the base, collecting more revenue from the country, not borrowing. Now that's a burden that is going to add again the president Morara. Morara atakuja kuingia kuongozi wakati shida ni mingi. I get in this. We don't want that scenario. Yeah, we don't want that. Yeah.
Okay, thank you guys. See you in our next video.